The only reason I ask is because, I am super supportive of conservation land in St. Johns County, but I want to be careful that people understand about this fee, that there's a hook in it.
At a recent meeting, the St. Johns County Commission weighed new impact fees, including a first-ever conservation impact fee. The new conservation impact fee is a one-time charge paid by developers of new projects dedicated to funding future county land purchases for conservation. Commissioners discussed the balance between preserving land and managing long-term costs. Commissioner Clay Murphy.
We're on the hook for, in perpetuity, management and facilities. And so even though I think it's a great idea, I would support refunding LAMP than I would increasing the impact fees.
Commissioner Murphy warned that maintenance could cost the county indefinitely.
I just want people to understand that it's not just to buy a piece of property and leave in conservation. You're going to have to maintain it. You're going to have to spend money forever. So we need to just understand the difference.
Commissioner Ann Taylor emphasized the community's priorities.
Remember when we did the surveys and talked to so many people in our residents, conservation and preservation was the number one thing that is most important to the residents in this county. So it is very, very important. And I have to be honest, I think the fact that some of this land could have trails and that makes it even more appealing to people, because I hear all the time that people want more trails and they want to be able to enjoy this land. And to be honest, I love that it's not necessarily tied to our property taxes and that.
The board ultimately voted to move forward with revised impact fees in an effort to balance growth, affordability, and conservation funding for the years ahead. This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located off I-95 at exit 311.
The state of New York just identified their first local transmission case of chikungunya.
Dr. Whitney Qualls, entomologist at Anastasia Mosquito Control District, describes a threat they are keeping a close watch on.
Chikungunya is a mosquito-borne virus that's more often seen in South America and hasn't been transmitted on the U.S. mainland in over a decade. For most people, it means about a week or two of fever-like symptoms, but in rare cases, it can cause long-term joint pain. Dr. Qualls said it's something they're keeping a close eye on.
This is certainly something that we're monitoring for. We have the capability to test our mosquitoes for.
While chikungunya hasn't had a steady presence here, other viruses have.
We always have ongoing transmission of West Nile virus and Eastern equine encephalitis virus in St. Johns County. So this is maintained in bird and mosquito populations, and it can cause human illness as well as other animal illness, like in horses.
They're also tracking another threat.
Certainly in Florida, we have seen local transmission of dengue in surrounding counties.
Symptoms range from none or mild to severe body aches, and to the vulnerable can be life-threatening.
We work very closely with the Florida Department of Health. When they get reports, they let us know the general area where this person maybe contracted the disease.
That's when mosquito control crews go on the offense.
We will make special applications in that area as well as do intensive surveillance so that we're ensuring that the residents of St. Johns County are protected.
Dr. Qualls has this advice.
We're getting ready for trick or treat. If it's warm, wear repellent that has an EPA registered active ingredient, and also dump out standing water. Tip out those saucers or dog bowls or bird baths so it doesn't become a mosquito breeding ground.
If you'd like to know where they're treating and what they're using, go to amcdsjc.org. Tomorrow, those fogging trucks. Why we're still seeing them in October, and what's in that fog. In other news, the Black History Museum is one step closer to becoming a reality. The county has approved a ground lease with the Florida Memorial University Foundation for the use of the school's former campus site as the location for the state's Black History Museum. The county will pay $1,000 a month rent during the initial term, which is 2 years. After that, providing the county has secured state funding to build the museum, the county will have the right to enter into a long-term lease and renegotiate the rent. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.